Bonjour tout le monde, aujourd'hui on est de retour sur un autre épisode de Honkai Story en espérant qu'on va enfin finir Penacony. On pourra rentrer enfin dans les missions secondaires juste après parce que j'ai pas encore touché. Et de nouvelles de ce que j'ai entendu, ils sont pas mal grosses elles aussi. Alors on va pouvoir bien streamer dessus. Bon, c'est parti. On switch les écrans. Ah! On va cacher ceux-là. Là, 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 là. Ouais, qu'est-ce qui s'était passé lors de la dernière épisode, on va dire? C'est simple, tout le monde s'est réuni. Que ça soit son nom, que ça soit les maîtres de Pénincogné, qui sont des Robin qu'on a présentement en essai temporaire pour l'histoire, bien sûr. Que ce soit Gallagher qui nous a montré les petits secrets aussi. Oh, c'est mignon. Oh, mais dérange pas, hein? Bon, allez. On va aller rencontrer invité ivre. C'est un kid. T'es un enfant, t'es pas censé être ivre.
Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's about the size of the cap on my soul glad bottle.
Quoi? Elle fait la tête à peu près la taille du bouchon de ma bouteille Félicité. Comment qu'il est bourré si c'est du soda?
Down my hand,
Si je dans la
I
main, je...
could grab the moon, couldn't I?
Hey, mais comment que ce kid est wasted?
Moon? You mean the Grand Theater?
Yeah. Look at me. I've been away from home for too long. I must be missing that moon.
Mais à quel point il est wasted?
But it's no big deal. The Grand Theater here looks much better than the moon back home. It's just magnificent. They
Je sais
told
pas,
me
mais
not
bon.
to sell everything I had just to come to Penacony. How short-sighted.
Ben, le problème, c'est que quand tu vas revenir, t'auras littéralement rien.
Selling everything you had. Why would you go to such lengths?
Why? Can't you see? Life back home is miserable. It's not really living at all. It's better to be here at Penacony. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is the life.
Mais il est
Is
wasted.
this truly living?
Boy, you're wasted up.
Huh? What did you say, young lady? I didn't quite catch that.
Non, ça veut juste dire que le monde extérieur de tes beaux rêves, c'est de la merde.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. You see, the traffic on Glocks Avenue can be dangerous. How about I ask a Bloodhound family member to escort you to Ideen Park over there, so you can continue enjoying your sweet dream?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Wow. No wonder you were the leader of this sweet dream. You're totally a lifesaver. See you around, Mr. Sunday. And it was nice chatting with you.
Le kid, il est bourré, c'est du soda. Aïe, go home, kid.
What's up,
Go
sister?
home, kid, you're drunk.
This is the land of the dreams. But why do they live like this? The man we ran into, he doesn't seem happy at all. Even though sweet dreams are nice, they're just illusions. But for him, they're the only way to survive, even if it means giving up on reality. That's not really living at all.
Bon, Robin est en train d'apprendre c'est quoi la dure réalité de la vie.
I suppose you have a point. But, in my opinion, that's how most people live their lives.
Why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living, but that's not quite accurate. Even without Penacony,
Valeur
people
personnelle.
believe
Non,
they have a
ça
predetermined value to fulfill. Gaining value means gaining power, and those deemed worthless are seen as the weak.
Me.
However, value doesn't come out of thin air, and there's a limit to it. To accumulate value, people have to take from others. So, the weak get exploited and oppressed.
Ouais, c'est littéralement les employés, ça.
Are you suggesting that this is not how things should be?
Exactly.
Quoi?
But, ironically, people don't think there's anything wrong with it, because they uphold the illusory notion of self-value, the survival of the fittest. That's where all the tragedies in the world come from. People come to the sweet dream in Penacony to escape from that reality and find solace. No tragedies exist here, only happiness, although in its nascent form. Isn't that the same paradise?
Hey, on n'était pas genre censé trouver une ogive nucléaire qui sert à alimenter ce rêve, justement?
Perhaps that man is
Discuter
just
de
an
ça.
exception. Let's not jump to conclusions. We should experience the dreamscape ourselves. Just as I did at Dreamflux Reef.
Yes, seeing is believing. I'll accompany you. The Dream Master hasn't shown up yet, so we have some time for a stroll.
Mais. Ok, est-ce qu'on va se battre au moins ou non? Ah, attends. Mais. Pourquoi le personnage principal il se fait rouler dessus pis.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the
Lui, c'est les-
preparations for the Charmony Festival coming along? We're all so excited about it.
It's going smoothly. Thanks for making the trip to join the festival.
You're too kind, Robin. It's a pleasure to have guests from all over the universe celebrating day and night. I can't stand being lonely or bored, so this jubilant dreamscape is perfect for me.
But if this went on forever, would it get boring too?
And not at all. Who would get tired of having so much fun? Every day, you get to wear fancy clothes, explore all sorts of dream bubbles, indulge in delicious food without gaining weight, and you never get old or sick. As long as you can afford a room, this place is the ultimate paradise.
Mais.
But you know that only a few things can be brought back from the dreamscape to reality, right?
J'avoue, je me demande comment ils peuvent faire ça.
That's exactly why I don't plan on bringing anything back. Just enjoying the dream itself is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not one of those long-living species. I only have around 60 or 70 years in this lifetime, and there's so much to worry
60 et
about.
60 ou 70, mec, à quel point l'humanité a régressé dans l'espérance de vie. Mais bon, à moins que l'espérance de vie, c'est plutôt le fait qu'elle se fait pas gonner.
Only in this sweet dream can I truly feel like I'm in control of my life and fate. Who would want to go back to reality after experiencing this bliss?
Pas fou.
I see. I genuinely wish you all the happiness in the world.
And I wish you a fantastic performance, Robin! I'm off to the Blue Hour for the ball. See you later.
Mais. Robin qui est en train de se poser des questions sur l'existence.
Seems like that guest's perspective didn't resonate with you either.
She had a valid point. And I could sense her genuine happiness. It's just
What you're trying to say is, she thinks she's in control of her life. But in reality, she's just escaping from reality and seeking solace in this sweet dream.
Oh, c'est pas fou.
Once she steps out of this sanctuary, everything will be lost.
well, she did make mention of being able to afford a room.
However, paradise in our dreams. It doesn't have to end.
No. And the paradise we yearn for shouldn't be just a fleeting dream either.
Ok. Une voiture! Ah oui. Non, je dis qu'elle a rentré dans le mur. Monsieur! Invité réservé.
The scenery in this dreamscape is truly breathtaking, isn't it?
C'est qui, toi? Ah! Me.
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
Ah.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
Sandrine fait juste regarder en mode. Je ferme ma gueule.
It's my pleasure. No need to be formal. Just speak your mind. You said, with little time left. Please, forgive me for being blunt. But is that why you came to Penacony?
Yeah. I was part of a war, and while escaping from the Sarkozian mothership, I got exposed to some radioactive materials.
Ah merde! Le cancer,
And
genre.
then, all my comrades died, and my hometown was wiped out by neutron bombardments. I couldn't bear to live. Everything I knew gone. That's when I heard about a possible solution here, so
How heart-wrenching.
they have. And I'm truly grateful for that. They provided me with a comfortable room, the most advanced life support devices in the cosmos, and a stellar team of caregivers. My physical body is now in the dream pool, sustained by life support. The me you see here is whole, rational, and no different from any other person. But I can't say the same for the me in the hotel room.
Ah, j'avoue, ça va être horrible.
True appearance. Huh. I hope you never have to witness it, Robin.
Attends. Techniquement, ils sont censés apparaître dans leur rêve de la même manière qu'ils sont dans la réalité. Ça veut dire que techniquement, il est bien correct en fait, ce gars-là.
So,
À moins
you'll
qu'il
be
a
living
droit
forever
que
in
puisse
this
changer.
dreamscape.
Just being able to live at all is good enough for me. Whether it's in this dreamscape or not, well, I don't really have much say in the matter. My world has been torn apart, and my life could end any second. So, even if this whole place is an illusion, it's still my paradise. Now I envy those everlasting things.
The old man's story. It's so tragic. Fortunately, this sweet dream gives him joyful memories to hold on to.
That's precisely why this sweet dream in Penacony exists.
However, even the sweet dream has its limitations. While it provides solace to the disillusioned, it can't completely eliminate pain in reality.
Il y a
There
personne.
will be a way out. Penacony is already on the right track.
Sunday. Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai la misère de truster. Mais. Attends. Mais.
Look what we have here. A lovely young lady.
Hey, tu sais quoi?
Wait.
Tiens.
Is that me?
Mais c'est vrai que ça fait juste.
Brother, what a surprise to see you.
Show yourself. Your trick won't work on us.
I've heard that a skilled masked fool received an invitation too. That must be you, right? Did you Enjoy
Sunday
yourself?
qui est sur le point de balancer des points. Robin qui est là. Ah, bonjour, ça va bien?
Barely. The people here are way too gullible. A little bait is all it takes for them to bite. And they run away at the slightest hint of danger. In other words, they're naive and cowardly.
Ben là,
Now that you've had your fill, it'd be wise to leave before it's too late. The music of the harmony doesn't tolerate discord.
What? Now that you have the real Robin, I'm useless? Oh, how disheartening. I've done so much for the family. You should be thanking me, because if it weren't for me cleaning up this mess, Penacony would still be in shambles.
That was a personal request from the head of the Iris family, and it has nothing to do with us. Step aside and stop causing trouble for the Charmony Festival.
The Charmony Festival? You think you can scare me? You think I have no idea what you're planning? I don't care what you're thinking, Chicken Wing Boy.
ha!
But I'm pretty sure lovely Robin won't be appearing on stage. After all, you're well aware of what a sorry state this dreamscape is in under the banner of harmony. Penacony, the land of the dreams. Is this truly the paradise you desire?
Stop it.
What's the rush, Chicken Wing Boy?
Me,
Did I get to you?
chicken wing boy.
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now, or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
Déjà, je me demande pourquoi ils ont vraiment des ailes de poulet. Après, ils ont des ailes tout court derrière les autres.
All right. I'll go. But Robin, I suggest you seriously consider this. Do you really believe those living in dreams can escape pain and find true happiness? Well, I've done my part. And now I'm simply waiting for the fireworks to begin. Here, the last two gifts for both of you. And don't lose them. If by some unfortunate chance the Charmony Festival starts against all odds, remember to use them during the show. And it'll be thrilling.
I heard a raven call in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon.
Eh ben, je pensais le battre. Oh! Ok, c'est par là. Quoi? Mais c'est pas par là la scène. Oh, c'est vous! Je suis Robin! T'es un oiseau.
Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. By the way, brother, I heard you no longer have a sweet tooth. But when we were kids, you used to steal my desserts. Seems like a lot has changed during my absence. What exactly happened?
Well, someone has to stay awake even in this sweet dream.
Le gars, il a idée, il fait juste porter du make-up, pis il a genre le contour des yeux noirs de chez noir, plus noirs que son linge, parce qu'il est pas
Someone
dormi pendant
doesn't have
3
to be
mois.
you, or anyone in particular. You're carrying too much on your shoulders, brother. The paradise in our dreams. It shouldn't be like this. Penacony is nothing more than a dream. It can't erase the worries and pain of reality, or bring true happiness. It only offers an escape from reality. Nothing more.
Remember the old man we met earlier? Without this dream, he might have completely lost himself.
That might be true, but even without Penacony, he could have chosen another path. As far as I know, the Intelligentsia Guild has been promoting their
La guilde de
rehabilitation techniques for a long time
l'intelligentsia.
now.
J'ai jamais entendu parler de ça.
That path may have been more ordinary and challenging, but now he's in a comatose state. And the sweet dream has become sort of end-of-life care. Is Penacony granting these people a future? Or is it taking it away from
Well, don't forget this. Not everyone really has a future.
Mais c'est donc ben. C'est donc ben
The
sick.
future for humanity is like the sky for birds. People mistakenly believe that flight is inherent to birds because they've never witnessed those birds crashing to their death. Do you remember how we took in that little Charmony dove when we were young?
Yeah,
Grave vieillot, on
I
pense.
took care of it. Provided food and water, groomed its feathers. And later, when I decided to leave Penacony, I opened the cage and set it free.
Et ensuite, on l'a vu cracher. Quoi?
I didn't mention what happened to it in my letters because I didn't want to upset you. Shortly after you left, it crashed to its death right in front of your window.
Ah, mon Dieu.
I had surmised as much. I knew you wouldn't have avoided mentioning the bird for no reason. Despite that unfortunate outcome, I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages. They belong in the sky, even if they can't fly.
Ça fait bizarre de voir quand même les bâtisses comme ça. Genre ça c'est à l'envers, ça c'est le côté, ça c'est à l'envers sur le côté, ça je sais même pas dans quel sens, non c'est à l'envers ça aussi, ça c'est dans le bon sens j'imagine, ça je sais même pas c'est quoi.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds,
Mais
gaining fame across
Quoi,
the
nous?
universe. However, only a few extraordinary individuals can endure such a perilous journey.
non c'est juste qu'il faut la résistance de pouvoir supporter le fait de se taper dans le chest au moins 2 fois.
That's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails, an abandoned express, and even a fallen eon?
Un fallen quoi?
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the powerful would have the right to determine the future.
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value.
Sunday.
While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, the majority of ordinary people will never become heroes in their lifetime.
Ben, c'est
Some are
normal,
born
c'est
weak
ça le fait
and
d'être un
vulnerable.
héros.
Some find
T'es pas
themselves
une personne
trapped in
100%
unfortunate
ordinaire.
circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is equal. And the weak can only watch as their value gets constantly diminished by external forces.
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our own. That's what the Odes of Harmony have always taught us.
While the Harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak, even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness, but it also harbors inherent weaknesses that, in the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the fittest prevails, there will always be fledglings crashing to their death.
Bon, Sunday, on met un
What
coup de
if
batte.
people don't live for the future? Do they merely exist for survival? If even you, my brother, don't believe that the Harmony will save the weak, then which eon can make our dreams come true?
La bombe atomique, non. Fais juste balancer des nukes ici dans les camps de bandits. Allez, ciao, bye.
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned a future where no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Ben non, mais ça, c'est justement, c'est le début. Vu qu'à la
Are
base,
you
vous pouvez pas
reading,
mourir.
sister? What are you reading?
Garçon naïf.
Mr. Gopherwood,
Fille
the
au cœur
picture book.
peur.
It's about the story of the harmonic strings. If I could become a chord master, I'd like to summon Dominicus, the harmonious choir. I want to sing with everyone and spread our wishes so that all can feel happiness and joy.
I see. Then I would summon the harmonious choir too.
Don't you have a wish of your own?
Of course I do. It's just that it includes your wish and everyone else's. I
Ah,
long
ok.
for a
C'est
true
là que ça date.
paradise where everyone can find peace.
Then, let's build a stage there and invite everyone to our performance so that both our wishes come true through the power of the harmonious choir.
It's a deal then.
Yeah, it's a deal. But how can I become a chord master?
Maybe you'll have to become a star first.
Ah. 8
You're
heures avant
back
les
sooner than I
ficelles.
thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to
Since his last will has now been conveyed, my final mission is complete. But pardon me if I sound curt. It's good to have determination. The path Mikhail left for you is not an easy one to tread.
Écoute, on a déjà
Why
eu
else
pire.
would he have chosen to sleep in solitude, staking everything on some nameless in the future? But you have the numbers, and in numbers comes strength.
Peut-être
So
attends.
that might just delay your inevitable.
Got any more encouraging words?
As I see it, relying on Welt's negotiations alone is far from enough. Regardless of whether the other party will be compliant, negotiating simply allows us to meet them as equals. It won't grant us an upper hand.
Donc, on sort la batte de baseball.
Penacony is our rival's home turf, and we already have very few chips left to play with. Rather than idly sit around while the
Pourquoi elle a
family's
parlé
got
de
us blocked
jetons?
off,
T'es
an
censé dire des
offensive
cartes.
approach might be a wiser course of action. We're more familiar with the Stellarion's properties than most, and since it's the key to stabilizing the sweet dream, it's vital to the family's interests. By attacking their core interests, they're bound to retaliate hastily. And as the saying goes, haste makes waste.
That's right. As long as we pose a threat to the Stellaron, either with words or otherwise, we have a chance at gaining the upper hand. But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to the theater? Family security will be airtight, and if we brute force it, even if we succeed, it's too risky.
Monsieur, t'as littéralement un méca de guerre. T'as littéralement une armure de guerre qui pourrait tuer tout le monde. Ça te tente.
So,
Puis techniquement,
one's
personne
gonna
mourrait
say anything?
littéralement. Ils vont juste respawner
then
ailleurs.
I'll raise my hand. I know the answer to this question.
Laisse-moi venir. Tu gèles tout le monde. On dirait qu'on a une dernière carte à jouer. C'est l'heure du coup de maître. On gèle tout le monde.
Why are you speaking like the general of the Law Fu?
Je sais pas.
So, I heard that before the Charmony Festival begins, there'll be a pageant to kick off the festival. It's called the Soul Glad TM Festivity Auditions.
Mais
Or something. And it's going to be held in the moment of scorched sand.
bon vieux trade marketing.
As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar. And be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. Not that that's important. What's crucial is that we can enter the Grand Theater before the audience arrives. So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? I've already procured special invite tickets from Miss Robin's fan club.
Quoi?
To tell you the truth, I had been preparing to join the auditions all along. But now it looks like even if I scrape through, I probably still won't have the chance to shake Miss Robin's hand.
Mais elle était là il y a un instant.
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention.
Ouais, ça pourrait être encore le
Looks
cas.
like it might be worth a shot.
We'll follow Marge's plan. Mr. Gallagher.
I'm afraid I won't have the time. As a virtual character,
Mais
I've already completed my final mission. Whether
ah, lui,
Penacony
c'est
can
il
awaken
dit
from this
déjà, I
dream
see good, je
is
suis un
all
PNJ.
down to you.
Should we ever cross paths again? I'd love for you to visit the Express.
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support. We're faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are aligned, we're willing to cooperate with you.
We've already come this far together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
Let's go.
This is also the spirit of the Trailblaze. Now, everyone, let's prepare to move out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers shine, all under the watchful eye of the... If you have ambition,
Oh, what?
dreams, and the drive to
Ben, c'est une salle de combat dans un simulateur dans l'univers simulé, ça.
festival, could be you.
Oh, wow, they've really outdone themselves. Oh, I'm starting to get excited.
Behold, here come four friends with spirits high and full of steel. For you.
Is he talking about us?
Yes, you! There's no doubt about it. I see you have all the potential of a superstar in you.
Mais
Excuse me, you four. What are you hoping to get out of all this?
As the last group of contestants, how confident are you in overcoming all of the challenges?
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us? It'll be quick.
Your journey is long and fraught with
journée
peril,
affiliée à la
yet under a
chasse, quoi.
sky blanketed by banners, you vie for the crown.
The sword and rose! Protect the beauty! The beauty, the beauty!
Quoi?
Magnificent and majestic!
ah, affilié à la beauté. Ok. Ah,
A knight's head is hard as steel. Brotherland's focus is
affilié à
stubborn as a heel.
l'allégresse.
We don't all have to be winners, but if we don't have fun, we'd all be sinners.
People are pouring in. Kind of feels like all sorts of baddies are showing up. Let's get in there quickly and...
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way. Make way.
Mais on s'est même pas préparé.
Towards us now is one of Penacony's top 10 wealthiest tycoons and the soul-glad business empire's founder, Mr. ID.
ID, ça me dit.
Allow me to
Quoi?
introduce myself. I'm the director of Soulglad's factory, Ideen Lena. My four friends, introduce yourselves to the audience across the cosmos.
Hello, everybody. I'm Himiko, a nameless from the Astral Express, and these are my companions.
Don't you guys need to hide your identities? Can't hide it anyways. Penacony is plastered with our posters. And because the Astral Express is so well known, the family won't dare to make any rash...
Voici. Ah, c'est. Tout le monde, je suis. Bonjour, mais. Es-tu vraiment une bonne idée? Putain.
Hello, everyone! I'm March 7th. I'm an ordinary girl who loves adventures. Hello, everyone. I'm Firefly.
Ouais, on va
Just a
skipper.
bunch of nameless guests. This final face-off is bound to be spectacular.
Face à face
Time's
finale.
precious.
Violence!
My four
Non.
friends, come with me.
Ah.
Grab a bottle of Soul Glad and make your dreams a blast.
Make your dream a blast. Mais qu'est-ce qui va se passer? Un coffre! Ah! J'ai détecté le coffre à longue distance. Ok, y'a pas de coffre. Non, mais y'a des trucs à péter. Oh oui. Ah. Attends, faut juste que j'aille. Ça. Bonjour. Tirer. 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 Ah, voilà. Ah, l'oiseau timide. Mais c'est trop fort, je m'attendais même pas chanter. C'est très joli. Alors, je vais quand même dire que c'est joli, même si je m'en fous honnêtement. Attends. Tu m'as entendu? Oui, oui. T'es littéralement dans le speaker. Bon, terminal d'inscription, j'imagine qu'il faut le faire. Voici une question pour vous, mais rien à gagner. La quête d'essai pourrait-tu être utilisée par... Bon, il y en a probablement d'aucune d'entre eux.
This place is buzzing.
That's right. This is a miniature representation at the time known as the era.
Oiseau de bienvenue. Ha! Let's go! Bim, bam, boum, tout explose. Sorti de la zone de sécurité. Ah, j'aime ça. Viens voir. Disqualifié. Ha! Vous êtes disqualifié pour avoir pété toutes les ballons. Je crois que je les ai toutes pétées pour vrai.
Your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penacony was first established.
J'étais encore un jeune homme. C'est vrai que t'étais... Ça a dû faire 2 siècles, ça? Attends, mais pourquoi il y a Sunday puis Robin dans l'écran arrière?
Once, during a particularly grueling day, I passed out and was resuscitated by a drink from Mr. Sousa. That sweet taste has since been etched in my mind, and that was what drove me to create the soul glad that we all know, and the dream-chasing era was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish and emerge as the next superstars of Penacony. Now.
La défaite est assurée, pas de quoi s'inquiéter. On peut commencer.
There's that swift and decisive trailblazing spirit. How about you, Miss March?
Pas March.
Hello, everyone! Next up, get ready for the Mega March 7th Adventure, where I'm going to break the speedrun world record!
Trailblazing into the uncharted and challenging the
Un record de vitesse.
That's Miss March 7th for you. How about Miss Fire?
I hope that by the end of this journey, everyone will have achieved the outcome that they hoped for.
Ah, a wonderful...
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but waiting for you are 3 stages. And in the last
je le sens
stage,
tellement mal.
you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day.
Plébiscité par le public à l'attitude remarquable.
Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now, I hereby announce...
Attends, c'est juste nous? Il y a juste nous 4?
Everyone, as the Charmony Festival is drawing close, March and I haven't known Miss Firefly for too long and aren't overly familiar with her. It'd probably be better if the two of you paired up.
Fine by me. All right. I don't have a problem.
Je suis avec là, il n'y a pas longtemps. Ah, quelqu'un donne un avis? Non.
Time's ticking. Just listen to the grown-ups.
Mais on est censé être des
We'll split
grown-up
into
aussi.
assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Je sais avec qui là? Oh, ah non, c'est le chef. C'est quoi, ça veut dire que je suis avec March?
Welcome to the first
Ah non, je
stage
suis avec
of
Lucia.
Soul
Ah.
Glad Enterprises 33rd Scorch Sand Festival
33e
of
de la
the
20e,
20th
c'est
season.
quoi?
Dream Play Fantasia.
Une chance qu'on fait les saisons.
You can choose between two challenges. The
Okay.
School of Acting or School of Action.
Acting or action?
In
Ben,
the
action.
School of Acting challenge, you have to complete 3 performances from
Devenir à
3
bout de
scripts
3 groupes
and
d'ennemis.
move the panel judges. In the School of
Eh
Action
mec, je
challenge,
veux
you
commettre de la
have to defeat
violence.
3
Tu penses que
groups
ça va aller où?
now. Make your choice.
Est-ce qu'il y a vraiment le choix? Choisir un défi? Non. Oh merde. Oh man! Oh what? Ok, non, je suis pas tout. On va où là? Choix du défi. Cliquez sur le bouton pour sélectionner le défi. Ok, mais c'est lequel? Lequel est lequel? Ok, je peux pas savoir quelle est action, quelle est violence. Ok, ben, attends. Action studio ou acteur studio? Action, action. Let's go! Violence!
The champion's crown awaits on the stage. Welcome to the arena of action stars.
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge. There
No.
are a total of 3 stages up ahead, each with their own challenges. The enemies you will contend against are antagonists from the film Once Upon a Time. It's worth mentioning that the fastest time of this stage was achieved by a contestant with fiery red hair. Astoundingly, he overcame all enemies across the 3 stages in only 5 minutes.
Time is of the essence.
5 minutes? Hey, c'est good. Check bien ça, dieu de la violence, ok?
Contestants, you are about to confront the monsters of the primordial
Jeu de la
Dream
violence.
Chasers.
All the Soul Gliders are!
Violence.
Stretch.
Cosmic violence!
You won't get away. I have something for you.
Let's go.
I'm okay. Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
Ok, non, j'ai rien tué. J'ai juste vraiment l'impression que c'était lent.
Let's make it quick.
Bon,
Perhaps you
bon
still don't
bloqué.
understand.
Mais non, c'est du
Everyone
laser.
feels it's
C'est encore
okay to
pire.
control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Nice shot. Absolute bliss. Ninja healing light.
Mais...
Soul Glad! My Soul Glad!
Pretty simple. I just hope these tests don't take too.
Next. Oh, attends, il y a un puzzle à faire. Fan de Anu. Ok. Voilà. Ça a aidé, j'aurais fait ça. Ouais, ça sert à rien, ce bloc. Ah ben. Ouais. Ben, il est correct comme ça. Qu'est-ce qu'il va pas? Ça c'est connecté à là, ça c'est connecté à là. Non. Ah, attends, faut genre que... Non. Le génie! Hey, redonne-moi ton stuff, ok?
Looks good.
Oh, une montre. Mais... Je t'ai vu, hein. Bon, une petite guérison et c'est reparti. Mais... Avec les muscles d'acier, les épaules gonflées, il est imbattable. On dirait que son bouclier est fait. Ah! C'est les éléments sur lesquels il est faible.
Congratulations on becoming just as you're about to give up.
Why is our opponent so glad?
Because this is So Glad Enterprises.
Isn't this just product placement?
Ouais.
To safeguard the integrity of Soul Glad, I will soar high into the sky and become its
Les
shiniest
Mogoré
star.
qu'on traîne d'incarner un
Wow.
monstre. Oh. Ha! Genre quand même, c'est pas si tu peux l'instant de produit, je crois qu'il s'en fout.
Just a scratch.
Starting point of a great hunt.
Je crois qu'il s'en fout. Honnêtement, du placement de produit.
You're made to be broken.
Cosmic Ninjutsu makes it secret technique dazzling obliteration.
You won't get away. This is our chance.
Souffre!
That's
Bon, toi, vie en fait.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
Ah,
You
mais
still
t'as un
don't
canon!
understand. Everyone feels its desire to control the heavens, and I am no exception. Time for a shot.
Much
You got a lot of nerve.
Oh, merde.
Barely felt it.
Mais...
Just a little something.
Sinon, on va tuer un de mes persos direct au début, hein, ça m'aiderait. Ah non.
Let's make it quick.
Ah ben merci d'avoir tapé un qui est pas proche de la mort déjà. Tiens, plus d'armes.
You won't get away. That'll take more than me. That's better. Much obliged.
Ah, de la violence cosmique. C'est...
Perhaps you still don't. Everyone feels its desire to control the
non.
heavens, and I am no exception.
Voilà.
Let's go.
Tu vas être en bonne santé.
Just a little something.
Just a scratch. Time for an overhaul.
Ouais, meurs.
You won't get away.
This is our chance.
Hein? Super. J'ai dit... Décide. Ça, tout le monde meurt. Parce que c'est toutes des invocations.
The world kisses me with pain,
Attends, quoi?
and I provide with Soul Glad in return. return. Whoosh!
J'ai une chose à réaliser, c'est pas censé. On est techniquement les méchants du film, j'ai l'impression. Mais il y en a un dans le banc. Ah mon dieu, c'est deux dinosaures cuisiniers. Misons sur moi en fait. Ah, attends. Un coffre. Voilà.
Congratulations to our two dream chasers. No matter how
Pourquoi je sens que
late
tous les autres participants ont pris, ont pris le défi de l'action? L'acteur.
To turn into a dinosaur.
T'es déjà un dinosaure.
Oh, dinosaur! Devour my enemies! Grab a bottle of soul glass
Mais...
and make your dreams a blast!
Ah, c'est good le placement de produit.
Made to be broken.
Oh, putain!
And I'm no exception.
Naughty child. Evil but once.
Merci beaucoup.
Just a little something. Time for a shot. No.
I have something for you.
Allez! Viser de la défense.
Made to be broken.
Time for an overhaul.
Essaie de taper plus fort que tu peux, que. Oh oui.
Walking away.
Perhaps you still
Oh
don't
putain!
understand why Galaxy sees its desire to control the
Knack,
heavens,
knack.
and I'm no exception.
Taper le médecin, c'est un ordre!
Naughty child.
C'est moi, je vais le faire moi-même. Ouais.
Just a
Fais ça
little
pour tout le
something.
monde. Yeah.
Obliged. Dazzling ninja report. A lot of nerve.
It'll take more than that.
Time for a shot.
Ah ben parfait.
Cosmic move jits makes it. Secret technique. Dazzling obliteration. Naughty child.
Made to be broken.
Les règles doivent être brisées. Elle est ma choix aussi. Putain de Christ. À un point de l'avoir. Enfin, une attaque.
Time for a shot.
Merci,
Just a
dinosaure.
little something. Much obliged.
It'll take more than that.
something for you.
Ah ben.
The body withers, but the soul-glad name shall not. You truly are a beast.
That should do it. Okay. Isn't this fight way off from the actual storyline?
Transforming into a dinosaur isn't imaginative enough for you? This is the sort of magic only seen on Penacony. Anyway, let's get back on track. Where were we? After an extended battle, you finally emerged victorious! But the companion who journeyed to Penacony with you chose to leave, having lost all hope. In the years that followed, you encountered each other once more on the prosperous streets of Penacony, but dared not call out to one another. Perhaps akin to the lingering regret of well done! You brought to life the thrilling action scenes from...
Il est quand même dépressif ton film.
Let's hurry up and get to the next stage.
Y'a-tu un coffre pour moi? Non, ça sert à rien alors.
Come on.
Ah c'est ça, lui il a un coffre. Ben, pourquoi il y a un film à terre? Some like it hot. Okay.
Congrats to both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun?
Ouais, plus de fun qu'avec le truc d'acteur, je crois.
Time. You finished much faster than that red-haired contestant did.
That red-haired contestant.
You'll find out eventually, but only if you clear the next test first. Welcome to the second stage of the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival in the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad, and you have the option to choose Gunfire and undergo Brother Hanu's trial, or Time, where you'll face Clocky's trial.
Vous affrontez l'épreuve de...
Now?
Ok. J'avoue que ça c'est tentant. Pong. L'heure des armes ou... Ah non, c'est deux. Épreuve du temps ou l'épreuve de tir? Épreuve de tir. Je sens que l'épreuve du temps va être des questions que j'aurai aucune réponse à ça. Allez, allons coller des cibles. Ah, mais je sais pas, vous servez d'un arbre. Je vais l'apprendre.
Created by the Watchmaker. Awaiting you is the morally dubious yet ever charming character from the animated Clocky series, Hanu. It is said that these cartoon characters were inspired by the Watchmaker's own experiences. According to research by Clocky scholars, the original Hanu of reality shared a deep friendship with the Watchmaker, akin to comrades in arms.
Bah, voyez, lors de la prison.
Enter into the world of Hanu via the TV by the entrance and partake in an enchanting and suspenseful story with him. Good luck.
If it's a gunfire trial, we should be able to settle this with a fight, right? I hope this won't waste too much of our time.
Ben non, check ben ça. 5 secondes, ok? Mais... Je suis pas aveugle, hein.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Ah!
Are we both in control of this Hanu character?
Very good. Looks like you've got the hang of it. In this Hanu's adventure episode, Boss Stone has gathered his battleships
C'est
for an
cuirassé,
assault on
quoi.
Dreamville. All Buzzfly, Cousin Wolf,
Mamie
and
Mouche,
Bonehead
Cousin
are
Loup et Tête
ready
Bombe.
to go.
Tête...
Brave Hanu must thwart their advance and protect his home. Alas, Hanu presently is ill-equipped to fend off the malevolent mischief makers, which is why he is preparing to seek out the Puzzle Gentleman's aid. Go forth and speak to him.
Ok, c'est ça, j'ai pas le lance-roquette.
Oh, brave Hanu! You look like you could really use some help! Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to...
Ça, c'est à vous de m'apporter votre aide. Tiens. Pas comme par hasard.
Oh my! Are you telling me that... Listen closely, Hanu. I'm aware you're in need of a suitable weapon. But you know what? You'll have to play an exhilarating round of Dream Jigsaw first. No Jigsaw, no moving forward. Now, I can't wait.
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us.
Ah ben.
Look up there. If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Parfois, tous les objets en objet lourd que l'on peut faire tomber. Si tu tombes sur la tête, vous pouvez mettre temporairement hors d'état de nuire. Ah! Attendez pas. Grâce à sa sagesse. Ok, il est quand même encore en vie. Il y a vraiment de temps pas avant de désactiver. Ben, pour l'instant, il est encore inconscient, quoi. Sauf que pour lui, il n'y a pas d'objet. Mais... Quoi? Ok, lui il va aller là, mais... Ah, c'est ça, là, il est revenu conscient, quoi. Là, faut que j'attende qu'il avance. Les lunettes à nouveau. Ce qui change à l'autre, bon. Voilà.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Allez, on prend le lance-roquette maintenant. Ok, non, c'est pour fabriquer une TV. Mais...
Oh my! The exquisite... Hurry now,
Such It appears we can't climb the stairs in our current...
Ok, il faut littéralement reculer à ce point-là juste pour me faire comprendre que je peux pas monter les marches. C'est good.
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented.
Faisant pas le rapport vie encore pire que ça. Ah. Oh! besoin d'aide.
Is that Hanu?
Oh, what? Mais... C'est vraiment intéressant.
What exactly is he talking about?
It's time for me to make an appearance.
Ah ouais?
Clocky? I can also see him.
In Dreamville, Clocky is everywhere and can do anything. Like right now, I can be your translator. Tick-tock!
Ben, fais-le donc.
Hanu says, battle! We must do battle!
Ok. Hey, la maître remplie d'argent quand même. C'est quand même des billets de 100 000 en liasse.
The enemy is at our doorstep, and we have no path of retreat for the future of Dreamville!
Pour Dreamville! Sors le lance-roquette.
Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
Ouais, on aurait pu s'en douter, quoi.
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue.
Ok, mais il peut pas juste le faire lui-même. Ben oui. Nous devons chasser l'ennemi.
Well, here we go again.
Non,
Ready?
papa. Let's go, Firefly. Ah!
I'm gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows? I might even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Ouais, je penserais pas.
Did someone say high-level movies just now? That's right, pal. The upcoming script is just exploding with all sorts of high-level shenanigans.
Quoi?
Last we saw, Hanu was preparing for battle. Suddenly, he hears heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. The mischief makers have broken, but brave Hanu won't go down without a fight. He instantly sprints.
But we still don't.
Guess what? Hanu's favorite bazooka just so happens to be in that storage room. So get him.
Yeah.
What a coincidentally convenient plot twist. It'd be even more awesome if the organizers allowed me to wear armor.
Ah non, mec, si t'aurais ton armure, t'es pétré tout. Cool.
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Ah oui. Ils sont bien aveugles, hein. Merde. Puis moi, je suis bien trop petit.
He wasn't lying. There's actually a bazooka here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies.
Allez. Ah mais il est plein.
This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
Écoute, si le bazooka qui me donne il est plein, moi, je m'en sers avec plaisir. But... Oh non, le passage est barré. Oh non, moi je suis devant, je dis ça.
Careful. It looks like we've got more.
Shoot! Maman, j'ai atteint. Pourquoi il y a un défi, c'est ça? Mais. Ah, la caisse de chasse
Here we go
juste en
again.
bas.
But no big deal. We're pretty handy with this.
On a la main avec le bazooka! Ah.
That should be all of them, right?
My Hanu is on a streak. Everyone, the stage is complete. Quickly, head through the TV to the next stage.
Attends, je vais quand même faire le plein du bazooka. Voilà.
Well, that's that. But it is gonna be hard to let go of this bazooka.
Mais tant mieux qu'un bazooka, hein. Je dis ça, Lucia.
Great.
Oh.
The more the better.
Attends, quoi, il y a un... Ah, ok, il est en haut le puzzle. Ça, Little Caesar.
Looks good.
Il manque un défi.
Congratulations to both. In the final stage, you will face the defending champion. If you fail, welcome to the 33rd Scorch Sand Festival.
Ok, puis comment il marche le dernier défi? Je vais quand même aller faire le truc en haut, mais comment l'atteindre? C'est la question. Genre, pourquoi il y a une TV de Hanu juste ici? J'entends le fait qu'un courant électrique monte en haut, mais je le vois pas. Bazooka! Oh non, monsieur, vous avez-il que les munitions gratuitement? Choisir un défi. Je me trompe pas, il n'y a pas vraiment de choisir là-dedans. Feu! Bon. Ah, là, il y en a beaucoup moins de bâtiments. Ah, il y a quand même un choix à faire. La reine ou la reine 2? 1 ou 2? 1, 2. 2, oui. Tu veux de la violence ou de la violence? Oui. Mais... Attraper sérieusement. Tire. Pourquoi celle-ci m'est tournée quoi? Comment tu peux boire du soda, t'es du papier? C'est moi sa pire idée du siècle de se mettre en temps en plus.
No way. I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Quelqu'un d'extraordinaire, mais... Ah mon dieu. Argentine?
Please wait.
Argentine?
Handsome gentleman, beautiful miss.
Mais shut the hell up, je vais te battre.
By the glorious light of beauty, I never thought I would see you again.
Come.
In such turbulent times, your kind faces are as spring's gentle breeze.
Are you a knight of beauty?
Ben oui.
You've already heard of my humble title elsewhere? I am deeply honored.
Ça sent le
Upon hearing of
mensonge
the
quand
impending
même. Genre, je
festivities,
verrais
I
mal pourquoi il
commanded the one
viendrait
and only
ici.
to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, the cosmos unguarded by the beauty. Disorder prevails. Thus my passage was delayed by tending to the sick and injured. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellitron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound.
Attends.
I then led them all here to
de
revel in the
Mecha
harmony with the
Lapin
countless other
Nain,
splendid beings.
le chat errant dueliste, le ninja galactique et l'omnitron à quadruple transmission. Quoi? Mais c'est... Ah mec, Argentine, dans quelle merde tu t'es mis? Ainsi que 32 autres armes en détresse. Moi aussi je suis occupé à sauver le monde, vous pouvez me laisser passer. On peut s'en tirer 5 sortes de l'emballage. Ensuite, conduit ici afin qu'il puisse se délecter de l'harmonie et innombrables autres aides splendides. Déjà de 1, Penacony c'est privé. Alors, no way que t'as réussi à mettre 37 personnes, y compris lui, bien sûr, dans la liste des 37. Dans le pays des rêves.
Saving the world? What a righteous act of beauty! If that's the case. No, that won't do. The rules of the contest are sacred and inviolable, just like the... What would be the noblest choice?
Moi qui colle ma batte dans ta face.
Forgive me, my dear friends. If you cannot present irrefutable evidence, I must not yield, lest I dishonor the name of the Knights of Beauty. But if what you say is true, in the name of beauty, let us use this fated duel to test your mettle. Though upon arrival I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence.
Okay.
It matters not, for all these trials stem from the land of the dream's beauty.
Argentine, je te connais pas assez, mais je sais que t'es fake.
What
C'est pas
matters
toi,
is that I now
c'est
stand
Spark.
before you. Our paths have crossed. I, Argenti of the Knights of Beauty, am humbly requesting a battle with you both, in the name of the Code of... If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, kindly grant me passage to the Crown of Victory, and recognize Idrilla. The beauty is the
Je vais te battre, ok? Par peu envie de mettre la viande dans ta face.
An unknown reception. I'm okay. Starting point of a great hunt. Time for an overhaul.
Merde, il m'a détruit.
You're fighting a gentleman, but toward all of
Bon, je brise la barrière et bam!
You won't get away.
Haha!
You're made to be broken.
Tout est fait pour souffrir, Argentine. Puis c'est ça que tu veux.
This is our chance.
I'm okay.
Mais tu peux arrêter de viser le médecin de l'escouade noire.
An unknown reception.
Huh. This is but a flesh wound. No.
That's better.
Huh?
Just a little something. Much obliged. Dazzling ninja reporting.
Let the duel commence.
Let's make it quick.
Let's go! Alors, gentil, on a tout un bouclier, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Il va faire ça. Il va casser le bouclier à tout le monde. Connard! Voici pourquoi je t'aime pas, gentil.
Let's go.
Ninja reporting for duty.
You're fighting a gentleman. Or
Oh ben merci, hein, gentil, hein, pour ça.
Let's make it quick.
Ah, un petit bouclier pour te mordre et une lance dans ta face.
Just a little something.
So.
I have something for you.
Oh non, il est invoqué.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
Merde.
You can see as it's
Je
designed to
t'attaque.
control the heavens, and I'm the exception. That's better. I have something for you.
Augmentation de défense. Ah, j'ai oublié. C'est vrai, ça a pas aidé.
Fictions, friends, are indeed awful. Let's go. It's a pity. The laurels of victory belong to a drivel.
Eh merde. C'est pour ça que je le tue en fait.
You've got a lot of
Merci le jeu. Merci de me donner des ults.
Just a little something. Much obliged.
Let's make it quick.
You're fighting a gentleman. Or
Perhaps you still can. You can see as it's designed to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Peut-être que t'as pas compris c'est quoi l'ultra-violence. C'est ce que tu vas te prendre.
I'm made to be broken.
You won't get away.
behold, this symbol of pure. Let the duel commence.
Let's go.
Ah, merci. C'est justement ça que j'espère que tu fasses.
Time for an overhaul.
Perhaps you still don't
Attention,
understand.
ça va faire mal en
You
bas.
can see as it's designed to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Leave at once.
Rise to the challenge.
Ah,
Cosmic movement. Obliteration. You won't get away.
ouais.
Not a child.
Mes PV. Ça c'est pour mes PV.
Made to be broken.
Just a little something.
Tout était prévu, bien sûr. J'ai surtout pas paniqué quand j'ai vu qu'il y avait un PV.
That's
Time.
enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield. beautiful.
On continue à le battre.
Truly a captivating
Je veux qu'il y ait
contest.
0 PV.
It is through you that I realized to uphold the honor of a driller, I must further hone my skills. What a beautiful lesson indeed.
Non, 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 tu dois te mettre sur le side quand j'arrive, ok? Quand je suis là, c'est contre le mur, ok?
Go forth, my dear friend. Beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. May fate allow us to meet again, Knight of Beauty. In that case, let's make our way to the end.
Yeah, Argentine, je t'aime
Penacony
pas.
is really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Mon dieu, le chemin. Ah, là, c'est tout droit. Et... Fuck! Là, y'a personne pour nous accueillir. Quelle tristesse. Allez, c'est le talent de la violence. Oh, ouais, c'est bon à savoir qu'il n'y a pas vraiment besoin de vrai talent. Mon dieu, je suis une star! Oh! Ah, je suis un peu déçu, j'aurais aimé que ça aurait été moi. Puis cet écran-là a été Luciole. Ça aurait été stylé.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival.
J'aime pas le fait que c'est des points d'interrogation.
On behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you. Wishing you joy under their radiance.
Mais... Où sont les jades stellaires? Let's go! Where's the money?
Your endeavors are worthy of extra recognition, and I've taken steps to ensure that. However, this reward is not a material one, but rather the opportunity for an open and honest communication between us. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron, and have come to a consensus. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request.
What?
Just as expected.
We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot and will not revert to a place characterized by chaos, disorder, or anarchy. Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence.
Écoute, déjà, si on m'agressait pas, ça aiderait, mais écoute, je vais même me faire agresser.
Only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
Attends, une dystopie pour la survie des plus forts ou un paradis des beaux rêves pour tout? J'en sais rien. Il n'y a rien de mal à faire partie des plus forts. Un paradis des beaux rêves me semble pas mal. J'en sais rien, moi. Pourquoi cette question? Juste en mode, genre, j'ai pas envie de répondre.
That's not the point. Don't let him mislead you.
Non, pour le vrai, j'ai envie de savoir pourquoi cette question.
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. If anyone has a better suggestion, the crew is more than willing to listen. Also, it'd be best to tell us the ins and outs of that meeting. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Ms. Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed to make our appointment.
Ah, Navigator. That is precisely my intention. With all present, let's begin by discussing the details of that meeting. Let's talk about our tribulations and choices, our ideals and beliefs, and our final course of action. The only path to take.
Il manque les deux, hein.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the charming festival that I have bequeathed to them?
Indeed, Dream Master. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly do you have...
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me.
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the Dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please.
Dream Master, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious,
Ah, le
I will
comique qui se
return
passe
to
dans
the
l'arrière-plan.
stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
On dirait la face de Robin qui est tellement mal faite.
Sunday, Robin, I've watched you two grow up and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. The magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call.
Ah, là, je veux juste un oui ou un non.
Might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
Ben là, comme s'il y avait des chances que ça marche pour de vrai.
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be uttered?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
Understood. Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself, always heeding their admonishments?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their...
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
Never.
Then, a final question. Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith.
Just a moment.
What?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin.
Ah ben, je parle de ton on parle de ton dieu là, ok? On parle pas de ta famille.
All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
Ça répond pas à la question.
Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one? Sheep.
Perfectly harmonize it. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe.
What?
Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately being absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once reverberated across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself.
So,
For the sake of our grand cause Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Quoi les deux?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization.
Ah, c'est fait mentir!
And through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fate.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that. Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
Canon orbital!
Oh, I intend to. But that hinges on the outcome.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. And just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape. Least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order.
Est-ce qu'ils savent au moins qu'ils sont pour l'ordre et non
Penacony and the
l'harmonie, ces
entire
enculés?
universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I've always firmly believed that people can understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge
Non, moi je comprends à travers la violence.
as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders, so that you will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do so. Come with me, everyone. Let us retrace our steps, and...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Ok, mais Jade.
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape. It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process, stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand what it. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you. I believe after going through let's begin. The first decision. This story happened when Robin later on. That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold. With fierce winds, it was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, take the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell. Or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth. I eagerly await your answer.
Bah, même chose, honnêtement, discuter votre point de vue avec les gros, leur point de vue. Marge, qu'est-ce que tu ferais?
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something.
Bah, il va mourir plus tôt, alors qu'au moins tu as donné un moment de bonheur.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. If it's just a quiz, I suppose it's fine. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build a little Charmony dove. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even...
Toi, Luciole, qu'est-ce que tu dis? La cage aussi, hein, j'imagine.
I can't decipher his intentions right now.
Ben voilà, une autre cage.
But even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear I'd never get the chance.
Ben oui, c'est juste ça. On va tirer une cage. Le protéger d'une cage. Ben oui, y a pas de problème.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal that we passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony,
Oui, je sais, il
we
y aura une
opened the
énorme
cage door
fenêtre.
and let it fly back into the
Parce
sky.
qu'il voulait revenir
I
là.
watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell finally on the 137th attempt.
137, Kim, il a bien compté.
It succeeded, but its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground. Unable to grasp the direction of the air currents, the fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care,
Il serait mort dans tous les cas.
hopes, they all became the inevitable. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia, a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of Dreamscape residents. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the Dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance, regret. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children.
Oui, il en parlait.
He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives?
C'est dur, surtout qu'il a parlé d'une conséquence désastreuse, ce qui veut quand même dire que le gars a quand même fait de la merde.
I look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even...
C'est dur, mais je sens que le monde va aller dans le même côté que Sunday. J'ai envie de voir c'est quoi la vie.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony.
Moi, j'avoue.
But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
Oh.
He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible. With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home.
Ah.
This person
Okay,
deserves
March.
to be punished.
m'attendais pas à celle-là. C'est quoi la réponse des autres?
A dream chaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
Ok, on a un droite et un gauche.
Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story. And this, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
Ah mon dieu, elle veut qu'elle arrête aussi. Mais moi, je suis pour justement le renvoyer parce que justement, il a fait le con, il a vendu sa femme. Il a vendu tout ce qu'il avait juste pour avoir l'espoir. Alors, techniquement, il aurait toujours pu juste travailler de plus. Je sais que c'est jamais facile, mais c'est toujours une option. Alors que convaincre, surtout qu'il dit qu'il y a une conséquence. Puis surtout, normalement, si quelqu'un vient en clandestin, c'est rare que. C'est rare qu'ils vont se mettre à la lumière comme ça. Et c'est rare que c'est pour le bien.
You, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic. Say he never gets caught. He would only die from delirium. The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream. Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third, and the story this time is my own. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister?
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet?
A war has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital.
Merde.
By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Comment que lui il le sait?
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmonies, limitations, and predicament. Likewise, I've prepared one last question. One last choice, because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights.
C'est quoi, il a
If
prévu
you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did,
une forteresse de
would
guerre,
you
quoi?
still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
J'avoue que sachant qu'elle a failli mourir, soutenir dans ses sessions et partir à l'aventure, ou empêcher Robin de partir à l'aventure. Ben, je sais que pour sa santé, ça serait mieux d'empêcher, mais elle, c'est ça qu'elle veut. Elle veut quand même partir à l'aventure et tout.
Can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price...
Ben, c'est ça qu'on fait, March. Pas ton intelligence cette fois-ci.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. If with each trailblaze,
Attends. Ok, là, j'ai pas de suggestions, j'ai pas de conseils, j'ai pas de ah, moi je fais ça.
And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood. No matter how great.
Ah, c'est pour ça qu'elle a un problème de gorge, j'imagine. Ah, bon, c'est sûrement. Je sais que Sunday l'a littéralement empêché, mais c'est quand même son choix pour l'harmonie, quoi. Oui, c'est mon choix.
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony.
Ben, on servait.
The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak.
Donc, tu fais ce que tu veux pas arrive.
I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all.
Écoute, je vais t'aider à travailler
Teach
cette
the
douleur.
weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
Okay.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. A place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis, is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds.
Ben, les longs week-ends, c'est quand que t'as vendredi de congé.
During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls.
Oui.
And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days.
7 jours de
Following
repos.
Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
Sunday, autant j'ai apprécié ton histoire de beaucoup trop de dimanche. Ça fait trop. C'est non, non. Sinon, le monde deviendrait paresseux. Jamais de
Every person
travaillerait.
can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gazing, there would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can
Voyons le
humanity face
monde
the
dans
inevitable
lequel
end with the
le jeu se
purest
trouve
of spirit.
jamais. Ils ont un moment de
Living a
repos
life
parce qu'il
of
va y
dignity.
avoir une guerre ou un groupe de
This
bandits qui va
is what
éclater.
it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
Non.
It sounds like a flawless theory. But what is the price to attain all this?
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their
C'est good
tribulations
voir à
will
mort
be forever
40
lost.
000
In other
les
words,
amoureux de toaster.
it is an escape.
La chair est inutile.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's heart. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams.
Non, non, si je dors, c'est parce que sinon je vais avoir du noir autour des yeux. Puis c'est déjà le cas. Ok.
But this is
Merci
not
à
in
l'insomnie.
conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand
Oh, on
the
le frappe
frailty of
quand,
human
là? Parce
nature.
que je commence à être tanné de son
And from there,
discours.
show compassion and protection.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet, but unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak.
Oh, c'est l'heure de prouver qu'il est faible. Allez, la batte de baseball.
I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Three hours later.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
Misha. Ah, pourquoi dans la tête c'est tout
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha.
En tant que bagagiste de l'hôtel, comme si ça ait changé grand-chose.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is,
I'm counting on you.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
Ah mon dieu, oui, c'était la salle de boss.
This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this
All right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess...
Comme par hasard. Ok, la seule unique avec une lumière.
I'm not entirely sure, but... Let's give it a try.
Bah oui, allez. Oh mon dieu, la PNJ va plus que moi.
You managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Ben c'est la seule avec la lumière.
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel. But I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood. And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved... Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So... what is this?
This could be a case of amnesia. But don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you could...
Yeah, then
let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
Mais la salle est même pas là. Ah, ok, non. C'est là.
Talk. Something very important.
What?
Talk.
Ok. Ça, je me rappelle de cette salle.
I heard some noises from the room. Origami Bird? That's a friend of mine.
You and Origami Bird are.
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew. Just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's more than just one Origami Bird. They are a big family with lots of brothers and sisters who look the same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World. Clocky and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville and
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case. Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Non, ça c'est à nous qui protège Dreamville. Un coup de bazooka. Y'a pas de siège.
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker. So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But
anything special about that name?
Bah, c'est la même personne.
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. He believed he was still young. The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just
Ouais,
a
peut-être juste une
coincidence?
coïncidence avec le nom.
So, where is your grandpa now?
Il va genre sortir CPU Star.
He went off on a new journey.
Ah.
And it's been quite a while since I last saw him.
Ouais, il est 6 pieds sous terre. Ben là, il est sous mer.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Ah, mais je sens que la fontaine va genre pas fonctionner.
There it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah. I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of him. He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side. And the difficulties at sea didn't...
You know...
Le super pas tes cheveux ont commencé à grisonner quand même. Faut entendre Geek. Putain.
I'm not an elder. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Non.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and a...
Yeah. Based on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memory.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to Penacony at all. Could this
Alors
be
qu'il dit qu'il a grandi
some
ici.
sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go for...
Pauvre lui.
I wish to share your burden. Something very...
We're going to the opposite side, right?
Comme
No.
si je-
We should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him the last time.
Quoi, Lucky?
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Lucky, you're here. Huh. Yeah. This.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that sea?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. He had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater. On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere, and told me to stay home, and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars.
Un train qui
He
transportait
spoke
les
of a
enfants.
train that transports children with a desire to venture far away.
Ah, c'est nul, genre.
Traversing the sea of stars.
Mec, mais son grand-père a vu
ever stop.
l'amener ou...
He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of.
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember
Ah,
now.
c'est ça, c'est la bonne personne.
Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Exactly, Misha! And then we followed that whistle, didn't...
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
Les gens vont
This
faire
is
le
the dream
puzzle.
jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Chercher dans l'inventaire, quoi?
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard...
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
C'est genre ça, techniquement, le morceau, quoi. Ah. Ouais, c'est bien nous qui va prendre Misha.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world.
C'en est quasiment de rêve.
I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. This dream bubble itself is my home.
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Huh? Non, moi non plus, je comprends pas.
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky.
Parce que seuls les membres de l'Astral Express peuvent voir Clocky, et donc Misha est destiné à un certain sens à devenir membre.
And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way.
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
Wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
Ah, mon Dieu.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away. And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacone?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this.
Ouais, je penserais
It's
pas
best for
parce que
Misha
sinon
himself
ça
to
ferait
explain all
bizarre
the
qu'il vienne juste de
details.
travailler au moment qu'on arrive.
How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha?
Quoi?
Or...
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure. A name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha.
Mikhail Char. Mais c'est l'horloger, ça veut dire.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, watchmaker.
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. I am only a reflection of his life. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. A friend of Clonky,
Même lui, il a l'air
a
confus.
young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame, which I so cherished, in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's the case, we encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through. But in the end, you
Lucky, so
found
it's you.
me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original Penacony and fought for its future ever since.
Ça fait bizarre d'entendre Douva.
I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you, for the path of Trailblaze is never paved by others. All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too. The one who navigated for me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end.
Nah, tu peux regarder.
It's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
Quoi? Misha, pourquoi t'as despawné? L'horloger, t'es où?
All right, everyone, let's make a decision.
Ben, j'ai toujours pas su
Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Je vais voir l'héritage. Objection. Léon du pionnier.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this stream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Kale! Ah merde, fallait que je l'ouvre manuellement.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka. So why can't it be me, Misha?
Please don't go. And if you must, please take me with you. Don't leave me alone.
Ah, mon Dieu, c'est lui enfin.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. The compass is waiting for you. Haven't you always wanted to be a better adventurer than me? Now go, board that train and start your journey.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car. I've promised the conductor.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch?
Yeah?
I know what it looked like before. Its chain was broken, the back case torn, and the marks on the dial all worn out. How did you manage to fix it?
Well, it's hard to explain, but I knew it could be fixed.
Tellement tout peut être réparé, c'est juste que tu
It's the
changes
hands,
tellement de
Mr.
choses.
Amundsen. Its hands were intact and pointing in the right direction, so I knew there would be a way to fix the rest.
I see. You'll work with me from now on. Haven't you always wanted to tinker with this train? You're its mechanic now. As for the conductor, I'll do the talking.
But I only know how to fix one.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes. I'll teach you.
Where are you going, legwork? It's time to head to our next stop. I'm staying in Astana with Rosalina and Tiernan. I see. This place reminds you of home. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if I leave the Express, our path of trailblaze...
Yeah. I knew you wouldn't stay on the Express forever.
This is Mr. Amundsen's hat. But what?
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Well, I said farewell, legwork. Take care of Tiernan and Rosalina. And don't forget...
Comment il peut leur écrire? Je veux dire, ils sont
Where are you
constamment en
going,
mouvement.
watchmaker?
Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little trip. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier, and I'm the only former nameless in Penacony. So why can't it be me?
Because you're all we have. Have you forgotten about Tiernan?
The cosmos is way more dangerous now. What will happen to Penacony if we lose you too?
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Ah, Tiernan. How could I ever forget him? I've spent countless sleepless nights asking myself why I didn't go with him back then. We Nameless won't stop. Don't worry, Micah. It's just a matter of getting back to my old profession. Just wait for me to come back. But if, and it's a big if I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next watchmaker.
Where are you going, old man?
Oh, you're here.
Answer my question. What are you up to?
Relax, Gallagher. I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, come on! Aren't all your ideas just ways to get yourself killed? I may be blunt here, but you're the last remaining hero in Penacony. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron will go to the grave with you.
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to consider alternatives beyond Asdana. We'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade, and send invitations to the entire cosmos to gather people here.
So... a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Don't we have you here, my friend? This task is challenging, but what hasn't been challenging for us along the way? Well, whatever you do, remember, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, it's you, Clocky.
Ah, il est devenu vieux.
Take me to Dreamflux Reef. Last night, I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down? What?
Oh, so I won't forget it. Do you remember how you got your name, Clocky?
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks. Those wall clocks and pocket watches grew up with you and were your best friends.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was there's a funny misunderstanding behind it.
Quoi?
I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memories. It was with my grandpa,
Attends, je comprends pas.
guiding him on his
Si
sea
le Misha
voyages
qui
and leading the
vient de se
way in his
réveiller,
every adventure story.
c'est pas celui qui parle présentement, vu que là c'est un jeune. Ça veut dire que son grand-père, c'est lui qui parle. Et donc, son grand-père, lui aussi, était pionnier, ça veut dire.
I wanted to have
Fait que
a
c'est de
pocket
génération en
watch
génération
like
de
that
pionniers
too.
là-dedans, ou c'est quoi?
And
Il y a juste moi qui
that's
fait
when
exception.
you appeared in my dreams.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail to...
But you know what? It wasn't until the day my grandpa gave it to me that I realized.
Huh?
It wasn't a pocket watch at all. It was a compass.
Ah, mon
So,
Dieu.
your name should have been Compassy.
Petite pouce.
And the watchmaker is just a nameless.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
Quoi?
You know, Clocky,
Ah, ça a remplacé le
I
quatrième,
don't
pas le
think
fun.
I'll be going anywhere else.
Finalement, ça va sera posé sur le clair de lune.
I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh. So, we'll set out again. When you're ready.
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? What do you mean, Misha? You told me that the trailblazing expedition would never end.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What's that supposed to be? I've been following you.
So,
Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do.
mais avec le
With the
pouvoir.
clockwork.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, do you know what clockwork actually is?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of uncertainty and hesitation. Eventually, they gather the courage to make bold decisions. Whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
Parle pour le clocky. Proceed to beat his ass.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong that it even impresses an Eon?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you.
Bon, qu'est-ce qu'il va me dire? Genre décédé?
I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, but on center stage. Since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Là, j'aurais bien aimé qu'on en reçoive l'ult là et non avant parce qu'on en reçoit l'ult depuis la fin de Bitterbug.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, in all fairness.
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy and genuinely wants to prove that I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. Maybe he won't accept the outcome unless he wins fair and square. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
You. Every time an important moment arrives, we've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction. So a follower of the Order won't be a big deal.
Anyway,
C'est quand même Sunday, il y a quand même des pouvoirs.
This is about trailblazing a bright future for Penacony.
Alors que l'autre c'était quand même un dinosaure mécanique.
Now that we've taken up the
Un
mantle,
dragon plutôt.
we can't afford to fail them.
However, the same applies to the Order. Their plan didn't materialize overnight. And they have the profound collective consciousness of the planet of a desire to dream. To slumber and escape reality. All those hidden emotions, they've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon. This confrontation is far more complicated than a simple power struggle. To secure Penacony's...
What do you mean? Are you not coming with us?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that...
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards.
Even though the script he gave me only had a few lines, I couldn't ignore them. Because one of the lines said, I'll experience death 3 times in the land of the dreams.
3 times? This...
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy, which led to all subsequent events. The script will always come true, but in a way that will only be revealed when that page is turned. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. If all goes well, my efforts will provide crucial support. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony.
De quoi qu'elle parle?
And only then, my third and final death won't come true in the most terrible form.
The most terrible form?
The true death, where everyone in Penacony loses themselves completely in the eternal sweet dream of...
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you made up your mind, Firefly?
Yes. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express. May we meet again, in reality.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. May you...
Jesus
I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
Let's go!
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. In the not-too-distant future, that's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope you find whatever you seek there.
You mean my 3 deaths?
Silverwolf told me about it. It's such a shame that it's not part of my script.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. The opposite. People die. And I am no exception. Death, we have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Ça me surprend quand même, Blade qui habille comme ça. Firefly, ça m'étonne pas. Mais Blade...
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same, Blade? The end you desire is not one dictated by others. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon. I believe, though its definition escapes me, isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? A naked tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, Glamoth's Iron Cavalry. It bear the name Firefly. And all the brilliance she showed.
Pauvre elle.
That's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan would actually work? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. The Nameless may be young, but they had the ability to achieve this goal. Just like you did in your time. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Maybe I won't either. Once something fictional is seen through, it ceases to exist. Yeah, not just those Nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. Stubborn,
C'est pas
Won't listen or give up, no matter what. Well, fate is unpredictable, I guess.
Ah, Sunday, machine.
If we weren't bound by those cursed paths, maybe we could have had some good talks. But in the end, we managed to do it. Now we can find solace. Remember how those idiots cursed us? They said, "Go to hell, you worthless traitors." Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but if longing for freedom means going to hell, then I'll be joining you soon, you fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, here's to you. A glass of hello and goodbye, Trailblazer, to the imperfect.
Qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de faire? Ah.
You're lucky to have found shelter from the rain. Let alone fresh berries.
I was just following the scent of life. It's particularly strong in a place like this. It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? In case you didn't know, this fruit is pretty juicy. It becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
I can still taste certain things, like a faint sweetness. Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. It had barren cliffs and nights lit by bonfires. Burgundy snow would fall from the sky, and when it landed on my tongue, it tasted like raspberries. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. When I think back on my past, I realize that what's tying everything together isn't the big events, but rather these small yet unforgettable moments.
On a tellement de backstory sur autant de personnes
Don't
dans
worry about it.
Pénacoli.
Losing oneself is a reality that every self-annihilator must face. At least I haven't completely lost my senses and memories yet.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your... By the way, are you...
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She always said she'd walk a path deeper and farther than Akavili's.
Quite an ambition.
She became stagnant water.
Quoi?
Well, my condolences.
Condolences. I don't need them. The girl left with a smile. She never regretted her choice and most definitely wanted me to say goodbye with a smile. So, that's what I did.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or perhaps I'm just afraid.
Afraid? I rarely sense that emotion from you.
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days in my life. Most of them have already washed away with the rain, disappearing into an unseen realm. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too. There isn't much color left. And besides this faint, warm red, there's almost nothing.
Hard to imagine. A ranger accustomed to bloodshed, destruction, and chaos finding warmth in the red color.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. Long ago, I promised someone that I'd bring it to more people. And that for every remaining moment of my life, I'd strive for a better ending for all. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. It represents a burning fire, blooming flower, the berries in this cave, and life itself, fleeting yet still dazzling. In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence. And on the other side, I will cut off Nihility.
The one blessed by the sleeping and shapeless is considering how to kill them. That's truly... But you're right about one thing. After spending so much time near this stagnant water, only
When will this rain?
perhaps when the sorrows of the departed.
Ça risque pas d'être bientôt, hein? 4 heures avant le festival.
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung? It's one of the paradises under the influence of the Harmony, a sought-after wonderland for the inhabitants of the Dardanu major and minor systems. Half an amber era ago, the family held an unprecedented festival there. And after that, everyone on the planet became part of the family.
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it? The family deliberately used the Watchmaker's invitation to keep all the Pathstriders here, but banished the Emanator of the Nihility.
Because of the Nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths. But somehow I can unconsciously infiltrate them. Maybe that's the risk they're trying to avoid.
C'était déjà là l'influence de l'harmonie, enfin l'ordre en fait, lui ferait rien, et donc elle pourrait
I
pas le
would
briser.
disagree. Biaris Comandros is not part of the credit system or connected to the Silver Rail. It's nothing more than a remote civilization sheltered by the Harmony. But Penacony is different.
Tu penses qu'il est coupé du système? Pourquoi?
If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos. They have no reason to do that.
No, they don't. If they truly serve the Harmony, that is.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure. The Harmony here has impurities.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? Tazeront, the propagation, brought endless havoc to the universe. And it eventually evolved into a fierce battle among all eons. Two paths lost their eons in that war. The propagation and the order. Coincidentally, their downfall is related to a certain eon.
La nullité, j'imagine.
Shipe, the Harmony.
Ah, l'harmonie.
Legend has it that they participated in the crusade against the Imperator Insectorum and devoured Anna the Order for unknown reasons.
Holy forgaroni. So you're saying that the two leaderless paths are working behind the scenes?
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Choir are hiding within the family, trying to resurrect a fallen eon?
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
This is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave Astana right away? Are you giving up?
The Charmony Festival will start soon. There's one thing that I need to confirm no matter what. A warp jump is the best way to do so.
Time is... I have another plan.
Quit.
Hold on. Are you thinking of using the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath?
Exactly. The assistance from the Lawfu Cloud Knights would be enough.
Think it over carefully. You can only use that once in your lifetime.
Comment qu'il sait autant d'affaires sur ça?
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are... They're also once-in-a-lifetime treasures.
Ah, mais Claudia, faut qu'il va décoller ses Penacony. Let's go!
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. and IPC starships are gathering towards us. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who...
What do you mean, Matt? I'm right here in front of you, aren't I?
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
Ha! Je crois qu'il n'y a plus trop le choix maintenant. Vu que c'est déjà connu.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be two suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected. Why?
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the Harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
Vous savez déjà de quoi faire venir le monde.
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you who manipulates the dreamscape with the Stellaron, but...
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead.
Quoi?
The 107,336 souls.
I shall ascend to the heavens, becoming the scorching sun bathed in my light.
Oh, what?
My people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad. But why is the venue...
And not only that, the entire theater is...
Fiasco box office. Ha!
Yeah. I wonder how many tickets... Hey, that's not what we should be concerned...
Let's explore around.
Putain. Bon, là, j'ai enfin la troisième classe. Enfin, j'ai dû l'avoir.
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
J'aime pas ça.
Yikes, they scared the life out of me. Why are there...
Are these puppets part of the stage setup? Even so, it's so eerie.
C'est bizarre, mais pourquoi il y en a littéralement qui sont couchés à terre? C'est ça la question. Allez, prends. Mais... C'est good. Mais... Toi là, tu sors, ok? Oiseau, ça meurt de graines. Tu vas remarquer que je grandis. J'ai planté un oiseau. Mais... Mais... C'est un peu flippant, quoi. Méga oiseau origami. Attends. Bonjour, je viens acheter mon ticket. Cloqué. Hein? Mais... Ok, je peux vraiment pas avancer. Ah bah attends. Faut genre une case, voilà. Non, ok, c'est une case, on va dire ça. Mais... Ah... Attends, initialiser. Ah! Bon, j'en reviendrai plus tard. Oui. Ah, stupide machine. Pourquoi là, faut que je retourne sur mes pas?
Something feels off. We're in the right place, right?
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sunday's messing with us? He said we'd have a final showdown on the stage, but why is there no one here?
My apologies for the delay, March 7th.
La musique dramatique.
You scared me!
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to enjoy a stage play in 3 acts before the festival begins. History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this opportunity to delve into the rich history of Penacony and the eons. Within it, naturally, the future takes shape. Let us commence with the dawning of the world.
Quoi? Pourquoi il parle de ça?
After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Anna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence.
Ok, non, je pensais qu'il fallait que j'aille par là.
That marked the first day.
Ah, là, on parle vraiment de la création de l'univers. Premier jour, tu as pété, puis ça fait l'espace. Oh, what? Au troisième jour, Dieu a joué Lego, ça a donné une planète.
They gathered nebulae and forged them into pigs, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose.
Ah ben.
That.
Ah ben, si je peux... si je peux le prendre de là, ça me va, hein. Oui, petit oiseau. Les spectateurs se sont perdus.
Come on.
Je fais que de passer. Ben. Ouais, ciao.
A ninja must not lust for wealth, but they still need some possessions.
Ordure. Ah non. J'ai des poubelles. C'est le jour des poubelles. Bon, qu'est-ce qui se passe là?
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it?
Bon ben allons-y, hein. Entrer dans le pays des rêves, comme ça on n'y était pas déjà. What? L'ode aux prisonniers. Ok.
Where are we now?
The atmosphere here looks similar to Sunday's inner world. Perhaps this so-called stage play is created with his abilities. This act is named Ode to Prisoner. Given the atmosphere here, I believe it's about Penacony's past.
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expedition.
Eh ben non.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start, Arthur? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
D'où vient tout le chaos? Oh, nice.
we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier
Ok, le
prison.
feu. Burn away, bam. Ben, ça a sûrement acheté une faiblesse au physique. Restant les PV pour avoir été attaqué, mais gagnent aussi des faiblesses au type feu et physique. En plus, subir des dégâts de rupture accrue. Cet effet est supprimé en cas de rupture de faiblesse. Ah! Easy.
Time for an overhaul. You won't get away.
This is our chance.
Definitely ninja reporting.
I have something for you.
Voilà.
One step closer to the stars.
Mais. Quoi? Ha! Ne rajoute pas plus de bazar! Ah oui, je vais le faire. Quoi? Ah, ok, là j'ai compris.
2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanun ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence.
Ok, mais c'est tellement connecté à rien tout ça. Voilà. Ok, mais en même temps, ça peut pas marcher. Ah non, ok, non, ça a marché. Mais à quoi ça sert ça? Ah. Ah ben. Merci le jeu. D'avoir justement pensé à moi qui fait mes bêtises.
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
Donc qu'est-ce que... Allez. Bon, on n'a pas été détruit. Ah ben j'ai récupéré quoi.
It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation. The three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
Encore le feu. Un liège.
Starting point of a great hunt.
Ah, en plus, il est... C'est vrai, il donne la faiblesse de feu.
take more than
Ouais, ça a évidemment changé ses faiblesses. Merci. Alors, ça fait quoi de se faire abattre par un médecin?
Keep at it.
Bon, je peux tirer en plus qu'une là. Oui.
Once again, as Donna was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living.
Ok, ouais, non. On va sortir l'artillerie.
Still don't humanity conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I am no exception.
That'll take more than medicine.
Dang. Tu peux pas heal là?
Let's make it quick.
Bon ben.
That's better.
J'étais censé la heal.
One step closer to the stars.
Merci.
This is also the reward of trailblazing.
Vraiment un premier corps qui serait assez fou de mettre des coffres littéralement partout puis juste mettre des choses random dedans. Attends, maintenant que je pense. 3000, c'est assez pour faire. Ouais, non. J'ai-tu des tickets? Non, pas assez.
Once again, as Donna was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like this land of freedom on a scorched earth.
J'avoue que c'est pas fou quand même. C'est tellement pas
As you can see, their sentences have long ended, and the IPC guards have long been expelled. Yet, these prisoners remain enslaved, not by external forces, but by the confines of their own mind. Freedom permeates every corner, except fragile souls. It gives solace only to those who believe.
Prisoners, this is my order. Learn the essence of freedom and teach your fellow prisoners to fight for their lives.
Wish.
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show?
For I desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in its completion.
De quoi tu parles?
The cosmic ninjutsu inscription states power structure. Time for an overhaul.
Perhaps you still don't have humanity conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I am no exception.
Are made to be broken.
Tiens.
Cosmic ninjutsu. Dazzling obliteration.
Ouais, c'est chaud, je vais essayer.
Let's make it quick.
Tout le monde m'attaque.
You won't put away. I have something for you.
Tout le monde
Let's
là-bas.
go.
Bon, sauf le médecin, hein. Toi tu te heal quand même, faudra pas que tu meurs.
I have something for you.
Let's make it quick.
just a little something. Much obliged.
Allez.
Made to be broken.
Quand ça fait pas détruire. Ouais, c'est plus
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
Time for an overhaul.
Perhaps you
Ah,
still
des
don't
gros
understand
canons.
what I can see as its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Naughty child. Nap time.
I have something for you.
You won't get away.
This is our chance.
Time for a shot.
But once.
Let's go.
Dazzling Ninja reporting for duty.
Cosmic ninjutsu.
C'est l'heure de la souffrance.
You won't get away.
That'll take more than medicine. That's better. Much obliged. Just a little something.
Up, healing. Time.
Perhaps you
Oh,
still don't
because-
understand what I can see as its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Naughty child. Nap time.
I have something for you.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Are made to be broken.
Time for a shot.
Dazzling Ninja reporting for
Cosmic ninjutsu.
Dazzling Obliteration.
Merci.
No one can restrain you anymore. You are free.
Thus concludes the first act. Amidst a raging war,
This must be how Penacony was constructed. With the aid of outsiders, the prisoners were finally liberated and established the land of the exiles. However, it appears that Sunday aims to convey the spiritual plight of the prisoners more than the physical aspects of imprisonment.
Pourquoi il y a un truc là-bas comme s'il y avait un objet que j'oublie derrière moi?
This show is a bit too literary for my taste. But the battle part is quite easy to understand. Anyway, we've arrived.
Yeah.
Puppets. Where are they guiding us this time?
they transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream.
Oh,
Thus,
ok, là ça
all
en fait des
things were
pièces.
marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil.
Mais ça fait aucun sens. Mais... Ok, c'est ça la pièce. Ça va là. Ça veut dire que ça va là. Ça va là. Hein?
That's a healthy brain.
That marked the 3rd and 4th days.
Viens ici, toi. Tire! Mais... Sautez haut. Oiseau bel canto.
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
By the way, fast technique.
Patient, je suis demandé. C'est pas la bonne jaille, ouais. Chou chou.
You won't get away. Now, shatter.
Mais tout le monde est déjà mort. Si cool.
Time for an overhaul.
Ah non, c'est pas sur le cul. Ouais? Ouais? Ben là, sur toutes les ennemis, tu peux ah non, j'ai pas pensé à ça. Hey, moi je m'en fous.
This is our chance.
Non, sur le cul. Toi tu meurs. Toi tu sautes. Si proche de la mort. Toujours en vie. J'ai pas été au deuxième, mais écoute. Il y en a donc bien des oiseaux. Mais ils ont du sur la main. Ah, sur le dos. Là, ça va. Tout ce que je vois, c'est son propre qui se doute. Ah, je me dis que ça va être pareil pour les oiseaux, alors. Ah, ben même ça augmente. Ah! C'est toujours bien d'avoir ça. Voix du cavalier, qu'est-ce qu'il donne? Oh! C'est pour qui? Rapport! Voilà! Puis ça, c'est pour qui? Moz. Bon, moi je l'ai. Fossoyeur. Parfait. Bon. Hop là.
Look, another frame.
Ah. Ok. Rideau. Bon. Bon, malheureusement, ça va être tout pour l'instant. Je vais devoir mettre un terme. Juste. Merci. Bon, je vais devoir mettre un terme malheureusement au stream pour aujourd'hui. Mais ne vous en faites pas, on va revenir dessus, on va continuer, trouver c'est quoi la deuxième acte de Sunday, voir si on va avoir notre duel tant espéré contre lui et voir plus loin dans l'histoire de Penacony en espérant enfin y avoir une fin puis peut-être enfin démarrer les quêtes secondaires qui, à ce que j'ai vu, ont l'air de vraiment comme des quêtes secondaires, mais en plus gros. Enfin non, plutôt la quête principale, mais en plus gros. Enfin, ça va être à voir. Comme on peut voir, Penacony nous a pris beaucoup plus de temps jusqu'à maintenant que Pelobog 6, qui est la première planète qu'on a fait en 3 ou 4 streams, si je me rappelle bien. Là, ça doit être le 6e. Mais bon, c'est un jeu qui en vaut la peine à son là. Si le jeu peut faire qu'une planète dure longtemps, c'est ça qu'il faut. Mais bon, pour nous quitter sur ça, si vous avez aimé ce que vous avez vu et voulez en voir plus, vous pouvez me suivre et appuyer sur la cloche pour les futures notifications. Sinon, entre-temps, je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne nuit et à la prochaine, j'espère.